Okay, that's all that we can show you with this. Now we'll just have to watch our other data screens to see if we start losing strength on that move up. Our more sensitive chart. In fact, I think what I'm going to try to do here is put these two together for you so we can kind of watch both. So on the one hand, on the chart on the left, which is a little bit more sensitive, after it peaked out at 968, we began to lose strength. But the way we would normally read this is that in order for this to short and not just lose strength as it's moving up, we need to go back up to 968 or better and be weak at that level. So we'll see what happens here. So we'll come back to that in just a moment. Okay, we're back up to 968 again. Now you see the weakness showing up there on our more sensitive chart. Could be either a place to exit the long trade that was taken by the strategy, or to short. Predominant trend of the market today is short, but off of this low I think we've got a little bit more to go on. Remember, we have a resistance level back at 72. Well, we've got another one now. We've got resistance back at 970.75 as well as 72.25. So and we've got a support level right now at 967 again. So this could go either way. Could drop first back to 67 or thereabouts before it resumes a rally. But on this particular occasion, given what we have in the way of data, it would be wise to hold a long trade here until we go back up and hit these resistance levels. So the strategy long trade that was taken off of the low from divergence at 1038, that trade should be held. That trade should be held. We should look for a target of no less than 970.75. Okay. Let's pull that down. So let's watch. So you see the fluctuations between gold and yellow is not enough for this market to drop. Dark cyan is moving the market up. We have resistance at 970.75 and again at 72.25. Hard to say whether we'll get there, but there is now some indication that there's some good buying opportunities as we rally up here. There's some strength as we're going up. So our first long trade, automated trade at 966.75, has been up 8 ticks already. But the target is 70.75. So we're just going to sit tight. And we'll be back in a few moments. Okay, we moved up to 69. We haven't hit the target yet. But you notice how on the more sensitive chart here, as we, well, let me just go ahead and pull this over. The 969 was hit with some strength here, a little bit of weakness here, but we weren't too concerned about that. Yellow and the yellow just wasn't enough to turn this market. But now when it went to magenta, which is a weaker indication, a value of -2, that was enough to at least temporarily move the market down. So while we aren't shorting this as yet, we aren't out of the long trade, that gives us an indication that as the market moves toward our target, that may be the kind of pattern that we'll need to see. And there we go up again. That may be the kind of pattern that we'll need to see at the top of the move before we consider an exit. Because here magenta was enough to pull it down. So likely magenta would need to take place, a magenta colored bar would need to emerge as we move up in order to bring the market down after we hit our target. So we'll watch. And incidentally, here's a nice, this is what we often refer to as a group reversal, real well-defined group reversal, where we just temporarily moved down, had a color change, and reverted back to the former color thereafter. Oftentimes that's a great opportunity to enter the market if you're not already in. So we'll give it a few minutes, we'll come back. Alright, so she came down a little bit more.